Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is November 27, 2024, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Dow Jones pushes to all-time record highs. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So at 5 p.m. South African time, out of the United States, we have a pre-CE price index number coming out. Now looking at the market, starting out with the Forex symbols, the Japanese yen strengthens versus US dollar. Shifting over to the indices, the Dow Jones gets those new highs and the NASDAQ bounces. Now looking at commodities, gold also bouncing while natural gas retracing from that upper level of 360. Now looking at the stocks, Amazon pushes higher ahead of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin continues to retrace. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. Here we go with the Japanese yen. Okay, a couple of things here. Now, we're looking at a daily chart. Over the last couple of days, we went from 154 down to 151. That's 3 basis points. That is superb for a volatility for a Forex symbol. Now, what's the main point here? We're hitting 200-day moving average on the daily. If you look at a weekly, this is a significant retracement, and we're hitting a 30-day and a 8-day moving average right there. You can see that, the red line and the blue line, and that's super important. Now you want to stay above it, but if we don't and we breach below it, that may mean that we're going back to 147 and challenging at least 150 for sure. All right, so this is something still in the works and still trading. Turkish Lira continues to make new record lows versus US dollar. It just inches lower and lower. It just continues going, and this has just been a superb trade. Now this is almost double, D-O-U-B-L-E, yes, double what it was from 2 years ago almost, where it was trading at 18 and it broke above it, and then broke above 20, and then the history is just after that. Well, basically, there's no change in the economy because there's no change in the politics there, and this is what you get out of it. So, yeah, it's a horrible situation for the Turkish Lira, but a great trading opportunity. Now, looking at commodities, gold gets a little bit of a bounce. Okay, we did have a significant sell-off, so this bounce is superbly important. However, it's not in relation to anything, so nothing really jumping out in terms of a trade here. Looking at crude oil, unchanged. Natural gas, this was an important level because if we look at a weekly chart, this was a resistance-ish area at 360, and that's exactly what we did. We retraced from that. So we are still in a strong and upwards momentum environment. So just keep that in mind. Don't go going crazy trying to short this because, you know, it's still upper limit here. And this still could break out. Okay, it could be just people taking off, investors taking money off the table and just booking their profits. Now looking at the U.S. markets, here it goes. Dow Jones, all-time record highs. You can look at a 4-hour chart. We had a big gap up and we pretty much just traded within the range yesterday, but closed in the upper range. Now, we have yet to hit 45,000. Okay, we just came shy of it yesterday. And we're just shy of it yesterday, just now. But that's new all-time record highs for the Dow Jones. Let's see, did we hit it? Yeah, we did hit it. Okay, 45,000 all-time record highs for the Dow Jones. That's a psychologically important number, and especially if we would clear it, that may mean we could go to 50K, which is ridiculous. Because in my lifetime, I remember when it was trading at 10,000. 10,000 was a big deal for the Dow Jones to be trading at. So it is super injected. Now looking at the NASDAQ, yeah, it bounced, but not as much. Okay, so it's kind of interesting what is becoming the stronger stocks, what's becoming the weaker stocks. So let's take a look at it. Amazon had a big day yesterday, 207, a nice little rally before we hit Black Monday and Black Friday and Cyber Monday. That's what it is. And Facebook also had a decent day on the upside. Microsoft also. This is important because Microsoft is a big one and it's been trading within a range for quite some time. Let's see if it breaks out of this range. Okay, upper limit is 443, so that's still some way to go, but it did break out higher. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin because that did retrace and we had a bit of a sell-off yesterday down to 91K. Okay, if we look at a 4-hour chart, you can see it a little bit clearer. Now, it went back to its concession area, used it as support. Now we're bouncing off of it. So not a bad area for us to bounce off of. And we could possibly just be finding ourselves in a new trading range, which is very natural. Now, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Markets will be closed in the US, so the markets will be a little bit lighter than usual. And then it's followed with Friday, which is usually a up day for the US market, so keep that in mind. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.